2025 might be the year where I'm more excited to play older games once they go on sale more than actual upcoming releases. As a person that only buys like a few AAA releases each year, I've been missing out on a lot of games, and I find myself becoming extremely critical about my purchases because I know I don't have the money or time to play all these games. 2023 was probably the hardest one for me. The list of games I was excited to play is enormous. Fire Emblem Engage, Hi-Fi Rush, Dead Space Remake, Hogwarts Legacy, Metroid Prime Remake, Sons of the Forest, Resident Evil 4 Remake, SpongeBob the Cosmic Shake, Jedi Survivor, Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot, System Shock Remake, Remnant 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Armored Core 6, Alan Wake 2, Tears of the Kingdom. Are you kidding me? You know what games I bought that year out of all of those? Metroid Prime Remake and Tears of the Kingdom. And I played Hi-Fi Rush on Game Pass. That was it. Just those. I didn't play Dead Space Remake or RE4 Remake until the year after when I caught them on sale. The only AAA game I bought that released last year was Stalker 2, and while I was catching up for 2023 with sales here and there, I missed out on Black Myth Wukong and Space Marine 2, Shadow of the Erdtree. There's just too many games, and 2025 might be the hardest one for me yet. I mean, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 was a game I was extremely excited to play, but I just couldn't afford to. So I'm actually sitting here playing through the first game and having a hell of a time, by the way. This is a massive RPG that goes on sale pretty often. Like, I'm talking over 100 hours of content, and so far it's been one of the most immersive experiences I've had in a long time. I remember walking around in The Witcher 3 and Skyrim and just feeling immersed in those worlds, but KCD feels different, like it's on another level of immersion, because there's no dragons, no magic, or any of that. It's all grounded in this medieval setting. And you know when an open world RPG is immersive, when you're slow walking through towns and closing doors behind you. It's just such a great game. And if you couldn't afford to play Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 when it launched, like, go back and play the first game and it will fill that void for you, I promise. Today I want to go through my wish list and talk about some older games, not like retro games, but just big releases from the past couple of years that I missed out on, and how not riding the hype train kind of works out for us more budget-oriented gamers. If 2024 was the year of the backlog, then 2025 is the year of the sales. You know, as an Xbox owner who recently switched to PC, there's been a lot of PlayStation games that I've never played. Seriously, I've never played Bloodborne. I've never played The Last of Us. I've never even played an Uncharted game. Pretty much every single PlayStation exclusive game past the PlayStation 2, I've never got to experience. One of those games for me that released on PC last year was Ghost of Tsushima. I'm a huge Assassin's Creed fan, and by that I mean before they started doing the Witcher clone RPG fantasy route. I felt like Origins was a really good game, but then Odyssey really started to go downhill for me, and by the time I played Valhalla, I pretty much wrote off the entire series. Ghost of Tsushima, it's gonna be my Assassin's Creed Shadows. Just looking at all the trailers and screenshots and how faithful to feudal Japan this game looks versus Assassin's Creed Shadows, that it just looks like a joke in comparison. I know it's just gonna be a bloated mess with boring combat full of small to medium-sized outposts and worthless copy-paste content scattered all over the map. But Devin, how could you say such a thing? This game's not even out yet. Man, Assassin's Creed hasn't been good for like 10 years now. I can 100% guarantee that Shadows is gonna be Ubi slop. And I'd rather be playing Ghost of Tsushima in 2025 than anything Ubisoft releases. Just like how I said KCD kind of gave me that sequel fix, Ghost of Tsushima, for anybody that hasn't played it yet and they're on the fence about Shadows, I'm seeing this game sitting at very positive on Steam, and I'm pretty sure any PlayStation fan will tell me that it's a must play. Lies of P is a game that's been spammed in my comment sections repeatedly as a masterpiece that I should be ashamed of for not playing. I promise you that this underlying motif of games like other games alternatives is completely by accident. I didn't do this on purpose, because Lies of P looks like the Bloodborne I never got to play. And yeah, I know there's a PS4 emulator, Shad PS4 I think it's called, that can run Bloodborne on PC now, but I guarantee I can't handle it. And seeing how it emulates on the Steam Deck, I'm either gonna have to get a PS4 or pray that Bloodborne Remastered happens and gets ported to PC. Until then, Lies of P looks like a game I'm gonna be excited to play in 2025. Plus, we're getting that Overture DLC soon, and it's a game that I already have installed on my Xbox through Game Pass, so I look at it like this. You can pick up this game at any time for $20 if you have Game Pass, and it doesn't look like it's leaving there anytime soon, because this game has never left Game Pass since it released. Lies of P looks fantastic. I'm a huge Souls fan, and both Dark Souls 1 and Sekiro are in my top 10 favorite games of all time. Lies of P literally looks like it was developed by From Software themselves, and for that I just have to play this game. Shadow of the Erdtree, if I ever get around to beating Elden Ring, is something I know is gonna consume my life. Yeah, I know. I own Elden Ring and I haven't beat it yet. Don't you dare tell me it's a skill issue either. It's just that it being such a huge game, the only thing keeping me from playing it is the fact that when I finally commit to it, I know it's gonna take multiple months for me to finish. God, I got like 600 hours in the first Dark Souls. I can't imagine how much time I would put into Elden Ring, on top of a massive DLC expansion. Another expansion that I haven't played yet is Phantom Liberty, and it's really no surprise. This list so far has been mostly open world games. Maybe our backlogs wouldn't be so damn huge if we could maybe get a linear AA game every now and then, instead of all these AAA games going for open world with shit tons of content. That's why I play so many indie games. I know what will surprise a lot of people though. I played through Witcher 3 for the first time last year, and I haven't even played any of the expansions yet. The only reason I played The Witcher 3 in the first place is because they did the next-gen update, which fixed the issues with cluttered UI that kept me from playing it when it originally launched. Now that Cyberpunk isn't completely broken anymore, I feel like now's the time to jump in and finally play it. Final Fantasy VII Remake. You want to know a game I was playing when this game launched on PC? I was playing the original Final Fantasy VII on Nintendo Switch for the first time. Which if you haven't played the original, just what are you doing? Go play that, like right now. If you're in the mood for a JRPG and you haven't played FF7, do yourself a favor. Forget about the fact that the graphics look dated. This game is phenomenal, and it's a must play for any JRPG fan. Well, actually, any JRPG fan probably already played it, so just play it again then. Now that I'm finally just about caught up with the Final Fantasy series thanks to the pixel remasters, because I'm just OCD like that, I have to start from the very beginning, and my track record with the series is kind of spotty so far. I played the original on the Game Boy Advance, then I played 10 on the PS2, and really got into Final Fantasy XIV during the pandemic, and over the past few years I kind of been filling in those gaps. Final Fantasy VII Remake is another one of those games where Rebirth just looks so damn good, and I'm trying so hard to keep my money inside my bank account. So I'm hoping that FF7 Remake can help me cope with the fact that I'm just a bitch-ass brokey. I'm sorry, I just can't afford to play new games anymore. A lot of us can't afford to play new games, so it's hard to get excited for new releases. The reason I'm making this video in the first place is because I want you to look at game sales. Try to remember those games that you couldn't pick up but you were absolutely hyped for at one point. And I know it's really hard, especially this year, which has been absolutely insane. But I believe that it's possible to re-hype yourself for some of these older games once they go on sale. Just rewatch some trailers and pretend it's 2025, I guess. But let me tell you what games I'm planning on picking up in 2025, like the new games that are actually launching this year, if I have the money for it. Doom the Dark Ages, Wu-Chang Fallen Feathers, and Ninja Gaiden 4 are gonna be Game Pass, so I'm thinking once they've all released together, I could just spend $20 and it'll be like getting a AAA triple pack. Oh shit, I forgot about Expedition 33, which gives me those Lost Odyssey vibes. never mind. It's gonna be like a quadruple pack once they release. I can just clump them all together in Game Pass in just 1 month. You know, Lost Soul aside, I'm 100% picking this game up on day one. But I might pick up Stellar Blade instead. They're kind of interchangeable for me. The only thing that's going to keep me from playing either one of them is how well they play on the Steam Deck. I heard rumors that Stellar Blade is going to be optimized for Steam Deck, but Lost Soul aside, I guess it comes down to that green check mark. If it has one, Stellar Blade might have to wait a little while longer, and that's pretty much it. That's my budget on AAA games for the entire year. I'm hoping that I can keep it, somewhere around $100, but let's be honest, we all know that won't happen. I'm not gonna lie to anybody. I'm already checking out the first Berserker, and I just finished the demo, enjoyed it so much that I went through and played the demo again, which, if you know of this game, guess what? It runs beautiful on the Steam Deck. At least the demo did. I'm not saying I'm going to forget about any of the other games releasing. Trust me, my wish list is nearly at 200 games right now. I'm going to check it again after I beat Kingdom Come Deliverance, and if I don't see anything under $10, it's back to the backlog for me. I know that's pretty slim pickings for someone claiming to be a game channel, but you have to understand, I play a lot of retro games in between AAA releases, so my plate is full most of the time. It's the reason why you see these retro style videos from me. Believe it or not, most of it doesn't explicitly have to do with nostalgia. A lot of it has to do with just being able to play games entirely for free. There's just so many games from the PS2 and GameCube library that I've never gotten to play. There's so many 3DS games I've never got the chance to play, but thanks to my hack 3DS, I'm the definition of happy over here. Then there's all the Game Boy Advance games I haven't played, but thanks to the RG34XX, I can just carry this thing around in my pocket and finally play through Ninja 5.0 in short bursts while I'm at the laundromat or on my lunch break. There's just too many games, so many options, so many great games, masterpieces from back in the day, 7th and 8th gen games that go on sale for under $10. It's just best to ignore the hype train, especially in today's economy where just going to the grocery stores is like the Dark Souls of real life. Seriously, picking up a pack of bacon is like moving through Blight Town at 15 frames per second. I'm spending like an hour there trying to min-max my shopping basket. But what do you think? Tell me what games you're excited for from last year and beyond. I know you've been eyeballing those huge sales on what used to be massive AAA releases. Talk to me in the comments. Alright, bye.